What's up guys, it's Eric from B-Side. Today I'm very excited to introduce you a brand new product for a brand new vehicle, the 2023 Toyota RAV4. It's our plug-and-play micro power amplifier. We did have the same product for the previous year vehicles, but this is the first time we're installing it to the brand new 2023 Toyota RAV4. So let's go ahead and install it, show you the before and after and how much difference it makes. You guys are gonna be blown away. This is one of our most underrated product that we carry. It's very, very easy to install. All plug and play and everything will install behind the radio. Just go ahead, get in the vehicle and show you how it's done. All right guys, so now that we're in the vehicle, let me show you the tools we're gonna be using. So we're going to be using an 8mm socket. You can also use a wrench. This is to connect the ground wire to the side of the bracket of the radio. We also have a 10mm socket with a power tool. You don't need to use a power tool. You could just use a wrench with a 10mm socket. This is to remove the 10mm bolts that's holding the radio together. And we're also going to be using two different size panel removal tools. I recommend you use plastic ones, such as the ones that you see over here, to prevent any scratches in your interior. And let me show you the product. So here it is. This is the amplifier. And here are the harness. Very, very simple. And how this works is there's going to be two plugs here. It's going to go ahead and connect these plug and play connectors like so. And then on here, this is going to connect to your radio, and this is going to connect to the car side. The harness that was connected to the radio, we're going to unplug it, we're going to connect it in here. And then this is also a plug and play T-harness. We're going to connect behind the radio as well. So we're going to go back here, grab a panel removal tool, thin one like this. We're going to go to the side of the panel right here. I'm going to pry this plastic piece up. All right, there it is. Just work your way all the way through the side. Okay, like so. Go ahead and place this on the side where you won't damage it. And then there's going to be two 10mm bolts down there. Go ahead and remove it. Make sure you don't lose these 10mm bolts. All right, so once we got 10mm bolts removed, get a thick towel, your old sweater ready right here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it out and place it on here. So go ahead and carefully pull the radio out towards you, just being held by clips. And then you don't wanna scratch your vent, so you're just gonna go ahead and just place it like so. So now that we're behind the radio, the only connectors we need to remove is this one and also this one over here. Okay, and if you want, you can go ahead and undo these two, just so it's easier to reach. Just always make sure push down a release tab and pull. Never pull on the wires or the cables because you might end up damaging it, and you don't want to do that. So this one goes here like so. Just plugs right in place. And also this one like this. All right, and the other side, okay, will connect to the radio like so and like that. All right, everything's gonna clip in place very nicely. And we also have these two connectors cables that we disconnected. Let's go ahead and reconnect them. All right, and lastly, we're gonna get a 8mm. We're gonna loosen that, slip this under it, and then tighten it again. You can also use a wrench for this. You don't necessarily need a socket and a ratchet. And go ahead and just place it down here. I'm gonna tighten it. I recommend not blocking the vents if possible. All right, there we go. And then this amplifier here, make sure the gain is set to max. Okay, so you get the max performance. All right. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and find the place to mount it. There's plenty of room behind the radio, so it's gonna be very easy to mount this. Okay, gonna go ahead and unplug these two cables again, just so it gives me more room for me to find a place. Okay, the point is when you're mounting this, you're gonna make sure it doesn't move around back there, because if it does, it's gonna make some noise while you're driving. You don't want it to make noise or rattle. Alright guys, so let me show you how and where I mounted it. So I did remove some more connectors here just so it gives me more room to place my amp. So just suggestion, just don't forget to plug everything in, because all these, there's something that goes in here, okay? All these empty plugs. So make sure you don't leave anything unplugged. So I went ahead and use some double-sided tape. Okay, so if you can't see it, just straight ahead over here. So I added some double-sided tape back there, and then to make this a bit secure so that it won't move around. And once everything's in with the cables and everything, it should give some pressure here to keep it in. At the same time, there's double-sided tape that's holding it in place so that it won't move around while driving. Okay, so let me go ahead and reconnect all these factory cables. Just make sure you don't forget to connect every single one of them. Okay, when you're pushing all these wires back, make sure no wires gets pinched on the way, okay? All right, that's it. So before we put everything back in, let's go ahead and test to make sure everything is working as it should. And we're also gonna do our comparison.
One, two, three, I know beats like ABC. One, two, three, I know beats like ABC. I come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see.
Sounds amazing. What a big difference it makes, such a small box. So we're gonna go ahead and just reverse what we just did for the installation. We're gonna mount all our 4 bolts back in, put our panel back in. That's gonna conclude our installation. And go ahead and do that now. All right guys, well that concludes our installation of this micro power amplifier for the brand new 2023 RAV4. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, or you can email us at info@beatsonikusa.com. And if you are local to us in La Mirada, California, you could go ahead and email us. We're gonna be doing, for just a limited time only, free installation at our location. So go ahead and email us for that, info@beatsonikusa.com. And we'll be sure to take care of you guys. And once again, thanks guys for watching. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe our video and give us a like to help us on the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.